Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll be talking about the Ticonderoga-class cruisers from the United States Navy. Please remember to like and subscribe. Alright, let's get right into it. Fact 1. Lead ship decommissioned. Because the Ticonderoga-class has been around for a very long time, first introduced way back in the 1980s, this ship is relatively old, and as a result, the first class of this ship, the USS Ticonderoga, has already been decommissioned. The remaining ships are in their phases to be decommissioned and retired. They have built 27 of these warships and have already retired 10 of them. As you can see, even though it is still very much active in service, the lead ship and also the earlier block ones all have been decommissioned and retired. Of course, the Navy has plans to replace them with other classes or even just use destroyers instead, because as we'll get into it, the cruisers have very similar capability as destroyers. And so this is going to be eventually completely retired and going to be a piece of history. Alright, fact 2, also known as Aegis. Another interesting part about the Ticonderoga-class cruisers is that sometimes when you say Ticonderoga, people don't realize that they're also saying the Aegis class. In fact, there are people who mistakenly call these Aegis class cruisers. And the reason is the electronic warfare and radar systems that's on top of these ships is called the Aegis combat system. It is definitely an update, and the Ticonderoga is the first ones to start using the Aegis combat system. This combat system is currently used throughout the United States Navy, and it's incredibly powerful at finding all the situational awareness through electronic means. It also has a lot of targeting systems and also firing systems for all its missiles necessary in order to defend itself and to attack targets. The Aegis combat system is a fully encompassing suite of weapon systems, detection systems, radar systems, and so forth. It is what's needed, or what you can say is the eyes and arms of the ship. Of course, the Ticonderoga class is not the only one with the Aegis combat system. Many other ships, such as destroyers, have the same exact system in order for them to be effective. Alright, fact 3. Battle with Iran. A very interesting distinction with the Ticonderoga class cruisers is that it actually saw naval battle. That's right. Way back in the Iranian and Iraq War in the 1980s, USS Vincennes was actually dispatched to the area and was involved in a firefight with the Iranian Navy. They exchanged gunfire and also other situations, and as a result, the commander of the USS Vincennes actually inadvertently fired a missile and took down a Iranian Air 655 passenger aircraft. It was a fatal mistake and reprimandable for everybody. However, the commander's excuse was that he thought it was a fighter jet coming in at the ship. While I personally don't know how the Aegis combat system radars work, it's very incredible that a small fighter jet has the same radar signature as a huge passenger airliner, such as the one shot down, which was the Airbus 300. I'm not too sure, maybe perhaps their system is flawed, but that's what the commander uses as his excuse on why he killed all those people on board. To this day, it remains as one of the greatest tragedies in the US Navy for killing so many civilians. Alright, fact 4. A primarily missile platform. As I mentioned in the earlier sections, the Ticonderoga class cruisers are also known as Aegis class cruisers because of the Aegis combat system. And as I mentioned, the Aegis combat system is mainly about firing missiles and targeting and electronic awareness. On top of the Ticonderoga class, there exist so many different types of weapon systems, and they're all missile related. The Ticonderoga-class cruisers can fire Tomahawk cruise missiles, RIM 161 standard missiles, RIM 66 missiles, RIM 67 missiles, SM-3 missiles, SM-2 missiles, in addition to torpedoes that could take out other ships in the sea. As you can see, it's very similar to a destroyer. It is meant to sit near a battlefield and simply fire as many missiles as possible on the targets. So as a result, it is not a secret that the United States Navy is considering consolidating the Ticonderoga-class with upcoming destroyers, or DDGs, because they really share the same type of functionality and weapon systems. There are also two Mk45 5-inch caliber light guns as well. Alright, let's get into the next and final fact. Fact 5. Slowly being retired. As I mentioned in previous sections, this class of cruisers have been around for a very long time, 40 years now at the time of this video. As a result, they're slowly being retired. But not just yet, because the Navy is still undecided whether to introduce a new class of cruisers or to simply replace them with next generation destroyers. And so, as a result, they're slowly retiring them. That means when the service life is up, they may not necessarily immediately decommission them. They'd look at ways to see if they can be maintained or updated, and if not, they will definitely decommission them. As of this time of video, 17 remaining active Ticonderoga-class ships are fully active and in service. However, they are all proposed to be retired in the relatively near future, in the next 3 to 5 years. So you will no longer see these in action again. Alright, that's it for my video today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you next time.